कोइले कृष्ण अदमेर प्रति अदमेर प्रति मिला गया नीलेता गुरु ये वेगती हाथ किचु कार्य तब अनुमाने नह के रानी वे उग्रस्थाने रजस्तमो गुणेन सवयाच्छन्न वासुदेव कथा रुचि नहीं से प्रसन्न तबे यदि तब कृपा होए है तो की सकली संभवा हो तुम्ही से कौतुकी कि भावे बुझाले तारा बुझे से रस यथा कृपा करो प्रभु पूरी निज वश तुम्हारा इच्छाया सब होए माया वश तुम्हारा इच्छाया नाश मायार पराश तुम्हारा इच्छाया नाश मायार पराश तब इच्छा होए आगे तांगरवधा बुझिबे नितावे कथा से तुम्हार भागवतेर कथा से तब अवतार धीरा हैया सुने जदि काने बार बार शृण्वतां स्वगता कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्थोऽज्ञ भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां तदा नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामलोभादयश्च ये श्वेतयेतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते भिद्यते हृदयग्रन्थिश्छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्टयेवात्मनीश्वरे रजस्तमोहाते तवे पायिवेनेस्ता हृदयेरभद्रसते गुचिवेतः कि करे बुझावो कथा भरोसे ही चाही क्षुद्र आविदीनाहीना कोनो शक्ति नाही अतचयने छो प्रभु कथा बोलिवारे ये तुम्हारी इच्छा प्रभु करो ये बारे ये तुम्हारी इच्छा प्रभु करो ये बारे अखिल जगत गुरु वचन से आवा अलंकृत कोरीवा क्षमता तुम्हार अलंकृत कोरीवा क्षमता तुम्हार तव कृपा हरे मोर कथा शुद्ध हवे शून्यास भारा शोक दुख जे गुच्छीबे शून्यास भारा शोक दुख जे गुच्छीबे आनिया छो यदि प्रभु हमारे नाचते नाचाओ नाचाओ प्रभु, नाचाओ सेवा ते।
नाचाओ नाचाओ प्रभु, नाचाओ सेवा ते।
काष्ठेरा पुतलिया था, नाचाओ सेवा ते। भक्ति नाय वेद नाय, नामे खूब लारो।
भक्ति नाय वेद नाय, नामे खूब लारो।
भक्ति वेदांत नाम, वे सार्थक करो। भक्ति वेदानाम हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण, हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनाभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्युते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः वन्दे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दसहोदितौ गौडोदये पुष्पवन्तौ चित्रौ शम्दौ तमोनुदौ आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारौ राधाकृष्णप्रणयविकृतिर्क्लादिनी शक्तिरस्मात् एकात्मानावपि भुवि पुरा देहभेदं गतौ तौ चैतन्याख्यं प्रकटमधुना तद्वयं चैक्यमाप्तं राधाभावद्युतिसुवलितं नौमि कृष्णस्वरूपं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So Acharya has chosen the topic of dedication. Now, see, ISKCON is like a very big corporation. And who is the CEO of the corporation? Srila Prabhupada. What is the product we sell? Love of God. What is the R&D? R&D is the study of Prabhupada books. The more we study, we can dig out. Fan can be switched off, I think. Otherwise, you can keep it to the devotees. I'll get cough. And what is our marketing? Harinam Sankirtan, outdoor. And what is the product we distribute? Love of God in the form of holy name. Holy name is the product we distribute by which people can realize the love of God. Yeah. And what is kept in our showroom? The showroom is the happy community of boys, girls, children, and family members. Happy community. Because new people see, people are amazed. Hey, these people are dancing and singing so happily, and all wearing dhoti kurta very nicely, wearing tilak. Because everything looks amazing in our society, right? When once His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj came to Pune, me and another dozen devotees, we went to the station to receive him. So we were all waiting with garland in the hand, a rose garland, and beating the mridangam and doing kirtan and dancing. So a lot of people are watching that we were all dancing. Oh, where are these people coming from? Which organization they belong to? They all are wearing tilak on their forehead, dancing and singing kirtan. And then train came. When Maharaj got off the train, we put the garland in his neck. And when Maharaj was very ecstatic seeing all of us dancing in the kirtan, he also raised his hand and he started dancing. And then he told me in my ears that since we have a very good team of devotees, let us do Harinam Sankirtan in the entire station, in the entire platform. From the rear end to the front up to engine, from engine up to the rear end. 3-4 times we went. And when Maharaj was singing, would people like this through the window, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, they would tell. And people were curiously watching. Maharaj was also watching them, like telling them, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. I was making them chant, everybody. Everything was new for people. Putting garland for Maharaj and dhadal, everybody fell down on the ground. That was another thing, people were amazed. We got up, we were dancing, and Maharaj also was dancing kirtan. So many people are taking video of that with their smartphones. Why they capture that? Because they want to watch that happiness again and again, right now? How are these people so happy? So it's a spiritual society. So our happy devotees are the people we have to keep in the showroom of our society. They are the ones who attract the new people. And one time in London, you might have seen some videos on the YouTube. Devotees, even on chill, cold, freezing winter, when there is ice everywhere, it looks like a whitewashed all the houses. The street hardly you will find people. Even in that ice cold winter, devotees go on Harinam daily, wearing jackets, caps, everything, carrying books. They go on a Harinam party. So one fellow was coming and parking his car on the side of the road. He saw these devotees going on Harinam party and distributing books. So he called them, come here. So devotees came, how many books you have? They said, we have about a dozen books. Give me all the books, one set he took. And he paid the money. And then he said, see, I am taking the books not because I am very spiritually inclined or anything. He said, you guys are dedicated guys. You are dedicated to your mission so much. That dedication is touching my heart. Because hardly anybody is in the street. Still you guys are carrying the books and doing Harinam and dancing. Correct, no? And going out to the street. So he said that, I am so impressed with your commitment and dedication to your Acharya. He said, I am ready to take this complete set, he said. So you can see the sacrifice of devotees, dedication of devotees, commitment of devotees. So that is something that very much touches the heart of, even very, very newcomers also. So here is Srila Prabhupada. The world is filled with so much of terrible sinful activities, and he was reaching out compassionate to suffering souls in US. Actually, in our Shastras say don't cross the ocean, because Lal, Mlechas, Chandalas, Yavanas, all are living there. Prabhupada crossed over, not to get entangled, but to deliver them. And see, you will see Prabhupada's style. Although Prabhupada did mass preaching in certain places like Kras Maidan Festival, it's a mass preaching. Rathayatra Festival in San Francisco, mass preaching. But Prabhupada was often seen to be doing targeted grooming. What is the difference between the two? Mass preaching, you don't know who is coming, who is going, you don't know. You only know the number. 20,000 people came for Kras Maidan and went. You know, like that. But targeted grooming means you identify a handful of people and you mentor them and give them regular classes. We call it as 3 C's. Contact, cultivate, care. Initially, contact is mass preaching. Cultivate is weekly program. Care is personalized attention. So, all of you repeat this. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh. हमारा आज्ञाय गुरु हैया तार ये देश पृथ्वी ते अचयत नगराधिग्राम सर्वत्र प्रचार होइबे मोर नाम. See, this is the instruction you see. This instruction was given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to one Kurma Brahman in South India. This Kurma Brahman, although he was Brahman, he was a very rich Brahman. He had fields, he had cows, bulls. He was a very well-to-do Brahman. There was no dearth, but still he was not very happy. He was very morose. So when he saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with golden complexion, dancing beautifully, singing as a sannyasi and going, he said, I want what you have. I also want to be ecstatic like you. Please take me with you. I'll travel with you. I will leave home, leave everything and come with you. He said. Mahaprabhu that time told, no. Tomara nabadibe vishayataranga. Mahaprabhu says, see, you are very frustrated with the worldly association at home. You are feeling fed up and you are also frustrated. You want to come with me. But he said, if you follow my instruction, you will be happy even at home, he said. Then he told this instruction. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesha. Please read the translation. Who has the mic with you?
To follow the orders of Lord Krishna.
Read that in the beginning.
Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Shri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land.
Yeah. See, Guru means in your own basti, in your own area. Gather the people, speak to them about Krishna Upadesh, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, teach them chanting of the holy name. And in this way, people in your own local area, some of your students in your own classroom, in your own hostel wing, one should make an effort to teach this. Mahaprabhu said that will please the Lord very much. And then Lord also said, the mission, it's going to spread all over the world. Every nook and corner. This is only 500 years are over now. Another 9,500 years we have. In this, it's going to go to the peak. Every town and village will be, vibrating with holy name. The prediction is already there. You can be instrument in it. You just have to be instrument and make it happen from your side. So, our Srila Prabhupada took that mission. Without seeing caste, creed, color, nationality, he liberally distributed everybody. Prabhupada says there are 2 types of people, Bhajananandi, Goshtyanandi. Both are glorious. Like for example, in our Sampradaya, if you see Gaura Kishore Das Babaji was Bhajananandi. And Bhakti Thakur was Goshtyanandi. See, Bhajananandi Babas are pure devotees who stay in the Dham and only chant the holy name, they don't speak to anybody. You know? Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji was also like that. You know? He would just always chant Hare Krishna. Anybody would ask him some question, he would say Hare Krishna, he would say, that's all. He wouldn't say anything. Huh? But the only person he spoke to was our Prabhupada. Prabhupada was very close friends with him. Huh? So, Bhajananandis actually do bhajan in Dham, and Goshtanandis go out and preach. So, somebody criticized Gaur Krishnadas Babaji, saying to Bhaktivedanta Thakur, see how nicely you preached, but your spiritual master is just sitting in the Dham and chanting. Huh? And then he said, see, I am like the fan, my guru is like the motor, he said. Huh? Just like you see the motor is running the fan. His bhajan is influencing the whole universe. Huh? And also, on his order, I am preaching. Like that he said. So both are good. At the same time, our Prabhupada's mood is which one out of the two? Goshyanandi. Huh? So Prabhupada is saying, read this, my dear Purna Pragya.
My dear Purna Pragya, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated 7th.
Who says? Read that.
Who says you are a Bhajananandi? Don't be a Bhajananandi. As soon as you become a Bhajananandi, you will be spoiled. You will be spoiled as Nitai has spoiled himself. You have an intense desire to preach, so do that. So far as your engagement is concerned, you are already engaged as Pujari. So do that, and whenever you get time, preach Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, like that Prabhupada is saying. Actually, Purna Prabhu wrote to Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, can you do bhajan more? Prabhupada said, don't do bhajan, preach. Huh? Prabhupada is telling him. Read that.
Still above them are Goshtanandi. They are called Bhajananandi, and still above them are Goshtanandi.
And then read the highlighted one. Great sages.
Great sages, great saintly person. They are fond of living in a secluded place for their own benefit, salvation. But so far I am concerned, I am not interested for my personal salvation. I want to see that all these rascals, they are devotees.
That the shoche tato vimukachetasa indriyartha maya sukaya baramudbhato vimudana. This is spoken by Prahalad. Prahalad is saying, my dear Lord, I don't want to go back to Godhead. Prahalad says. Huh? Why? You don't want to go back to Godhead and be happy? No. He says, I am lamenting for these fools and rascals, he said, who are enjoying in this world and suffering. I want to despise them all first, and lastly I will come, you say. Huh? So this mood of Prahalad is observed in many acharyas. Like Sripad Ramanujacharya once was given a mantra by one Goshti Purna. Huh? And he was told to keep this mantra secret. But then he climbed up the gopuram of a temple, announced and called 1,000 people of the village and told them, I am going to tell you the secret mantra. And if you utter this daily, you will go back to Godhead. All of them bowed down and accepted the mantra. When he came down, Guru was very angry. He told the Guru, I remember very well, you told me that I'll go to hell. My dear Guru, I don't mind going to hell, he said. Because one person, let him go to hell, which is myself. Let 1,000 people go back home, back to Godhead. And Guru heard this broad-minded approach of Ramanuja. He embraced him and showered tears and said, you are going to be a great preacher in future. And then Ramanuja became a very great preacher later. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya called one day the first team of preachers he sent. Shuno, Shuno, Nityananda, Shuno, Harida, Suna, Suna, Sarvatra Amara Agya Koro Prachar. Kati Gare Gare Gya Koro Yehi Viksha. Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shiksha. Like that, who ordered? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Huh? He is telling, listen to me carefully, Nityananda, Haridas, go door to door in the hostel and call the boys. Huh? Isn't it? He is saying, and then when they open the door, what you should request them? 3 things. Please chant the holy name, and worship Krishna, and recite Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Understand this. And you speak it to others. These 3 requests you make. So for reading Bhagavatam, we have reading groups. Correct? Now for chanting, we have MC. Correct? No? And for worshipping Krishna, they have to accept Krishna as the life and soul. So we have weekly classes, through which gradually they come to the point of doing artis, for the Lord eventually and joining the center where we do the whole morning artis and everything, correct, no? So in this way, bring as many students, as many people to the fold of Krishna consciousness. Huh? This is Lord Chaitanya's order to. So Lord Chaitanya is a very vigorous preacher himself also. Huh? He went to South India for 6 years. He was doing extensive preaching. Later on, also on the way to Vrindavan, he delivered even tigers and deers and elephants also, isn't it? The Mahaprabhu, preaching to the animals of Jharkhand forest is such a famous pastime it is.
And dangerous animals such as tigers, elephants, snakes, and so many more. But Lord Chaitanya walked through there without any cares or worries, simply chanting the holy names of Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
As Lord Chaitanya was walking along, deep in thoughts of Lord Krishna, he unknowingly stepped on a tiger that was sleeping on the path. The tiger woke up. "Oh no, now we are finished," thought his friend Balabhadra. Lord Chaitanya spoke to the tiger and said, "Why are you sleeping? Get up and chant Hare Krishna." The tiger got up and amazingly started chanting and dancing, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Balabhadra was astonished to see this behavior. Another day, while Lord Chaitanya was bathing in a river, a herd of elephants came charging into the water. The Lord splashed water on the elephants and asked them to chant Hare Krishna. When the water touched their bodies, the elephants began chanting, Krishna, Krishna. Some of them danced and others called out in great joy. Balabhadra was amazed to see this miracle. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya's sweet singing would attract the deer in the forest and they would follow him. One day even tigers joined in the party. Lord Chaitanya inspired all of them to chant Hare Krishna and dance together in ecstasy. Balabhadra was struck with wonder. How was this possible? Wherever the Lord went, all the birds, trees and creepers became jubilant. Lord Chaitanya is asking all of us to join him, to chant and be happy, just like all the animals in the Jharkhand forest.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is preaching. Prabhupada said, I am not so great I can preach to animals in the jungle. So one devotee wrote Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you have preached to people more dangerous than animals. Because you are living in a concrete jungle. Isn't it? So, in this way, mercifully, compassionately, distributing holy name, distributing prasadam, and distributing spiritual literature. All these three Prabhupada called with one name called Sankirtan. This name Sankirtan Prabhupada uses for all the three. Distributing books, distributing prasad, distributing holy name. So because all these three are very powerful connectors and they can connect suffering souls immediately to devotees and to Krishna ultimately. So going outdoor for preaching, either distributing books or doing Harinam is exactly like distributing free, flight tickets to Vaikuntha. It's like take this. Distributing holy name is like distributing the free plug. Any sincere soul on the way will pick up. There's no doubt about that. So we have seen that people who joined the Harinam or they took some prasad, they appreciated, or those who purchased a small book, they all come to the temple and they become devotees eventually. It's only a matter of time. Already they have been connected. Connection is going to pull them to Krishna's lotus feet. So Mahaprabhu sent Haridas Thakur, Nityanand Prabhu, and in the same manner, Srila Prabhupada sent 3 couples to London to start preaching. Similarly, Prabhupada sent as well as Tamakshya Maharaj to China. And Prabhupada also sent as well as Gaur Govind Maharaj to Bhubaneswar. So Prabhupada, following in the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he trained and sent many people to different places to set rolling preaching. Correct, no? In this way, a Goshtanandi means one who is always thinking about how Krishna's, dust of Krishna's lotus feet can be taken everywhere, reached out to people. Vasudeva Datta prayed that may all the jivas in this world be delivered, and there since I am ready to take on my head, he said. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so touched by his prayer. He said, Vasudeva, you have purchased me, he said. My body belongs to Vasudeva, like that he said. So Vasudeva Datta's compassion, Prahlad's compassion, Haridas Thakur's compassion, Lord Chaitanya's compassion, and the epitome of all of them is Nityananda Prabhu. One whose compassion is immeasurable, ocean of compassion. So there is one song, Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nache Re Yamar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nache Re Yamar Man. Nache Re Yamar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nache Re Yamar Man. दोयाल तो नहीं है मार खेये प्रेम दिए दोयाल तो नहीं है ओ अपराधे दूरे जब अपे दूरे जाए अपराध निताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे यमर मान. What is the meaning of this song? Look at the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Mar kheye prema diye. Madhai attacked him on the head, and it was bleeding. But Nityananda Prabhu told Madhai, don't worry, I don't bother about this bleeding. I am more worried that you are not chanting the holy name. So Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is unparalleled. So this preaching is extraordinary preaching. So there is one song which talks about how Nityananda Prabhu was a very vigorous preacher. On one hand, his preaching vigor was so great. At the same time, his humility was even greater than that. So in that song, it says, I'm only catching specific lines from that. Adama patita jiver dware dware giya. Adama patita jiver. Hari Rama Maha Mantra Deno Bilaiya. Tare deke tare kohe dante trina dhori. Amare kini alohu bhaja gaura hari. Boli Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jai. Sonara Parvat Jeno Dhulate Lotaye. He Noya Avatare Arati Na Janmelo. Yotan bole chai papi yelo aragelo. Akrodha Paramananda Nityananda Ram. Abhimana Shunya Nitai Nagare Beda. Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. So, Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram himself, but he comes in the most compassionate form of Lord Nityananda. It is said in this song that Adamapati, he didn't go to any ordinary house. He went to the most fallen people's house, which means drunkards, smokers, gundas, that kind of houses. He would go. Why he went to such homes? Because he thought that if they are delivered, our Gauranga's name will become famous. And after that, people would have faith in Gauranga's mercy. Because if you deliver very pious people, people say, what is great about you? You are already pious. Somebody may say. But if you deliver most fallen people, like those are butchers, killers of the animal, if you deliver them, it's great mercy. So therefore, Adama Patita Jiver, Dware Dware Giya, it is said. Not only that, you would go and batter the door. Naturally, they will not be inclined to spiritual life, correct, no? But they are sinful by nature. Hey, don't disturb, get lost, they may say like that. So then what you would do, you would fall on the ground and offer obeisances. So some people are amazed, I am so arrogant, even an arrogant person like me is so respecting so much. Then they would say, okay, tell me what I should do. Okay, give me mala, okay, one round I'll chant. That's how they would start. It would make them chant. And some people would not agree to chant. They would say, no, we don't have any time, don't disturb us. Then what he would do, he would roll on the ground. Such a beautiful, handsome personality, Nityananda. And he's rolling on the ground. And people would see that. They would feel very disturbed. They would say, hey, no, your body is getting dusty. Get up. Okay, don't take too much trouble. We will chant. They would say like that. This is how he preached. And he would keep grass in between his teeth, it is said. So, one lesson we can take in our life is, preaching is a compassionate job. It's not an arrogant job. We can become easily angry on karmis or non-devotees. We should not even use the word non-devotee. We should replace the word non-devotee by potential devotees. Because every jiva is a potential devotee. So, when we go out, we need to be more sympathetic than look at them in a condescending eye. Condescending means what? Look at this guy, karmi. He's simply a sense gratified, like a pig, or like a dog, or like good for nothing. And if you see like that, then you will not be able to deliver the compassionate goods that you are carrying. Because Prabhupada said to preach to new people is like a veterinary doctor feeding medicine in the mouth of a horse. Prabhupada said 6 people are required for that. 4 people to hold the 4 legs, and 1 person to open the mouth of the horse, and the last person to put the medicine. Similarly, many newcomers will give 108 excuses why they cannot chant, why they cannot come. They will talk 2 hours, but they won't chant 16 rounds in that time. Isn't it? So, conditioned soul is very expert in escaping, and Vaishnava devotees are very expert in reaching out to them, very expertly, and feeding them the medicine. Like my mother, what she used to do when I was a small kid, she would put me on her lap, she would show me a lollipop, I will go running to her. Then she would put me, and then she would give the lollipop with her right hand. And by the time I am enjoying the lollipop, she would put the shank with medicine. That's a bitter medicine. As soon as she would put it in the mouth, immediately I would realize, what is this bitter thing? That I would say. She would say, don't spit it. She would do like this, don't spit it, eat it. So I would eat it, and then while eating it, I would cry. Then she put lollipop again. So lollipop, bitter medicine. Lollipop, like that she would do alternately. So feeding me little lollipop, she made me eat the medicine. So medicine of Krishna consciousness have to be given to conditioned souls like that. Sometimes you give some one-time program or nice prasad, nice friendships with devotees. teaching them good habits, giving them nice accommodation, nice study room and everything. We are trying to attract them with various goods, but the goal of attracting them is to feed them the medicine of Krishna consciousness. That shouldn't be forgotten. And the medicine is what? Chanting of the holy name, and then the hearing of the holy fame, Srimad Bhagavatam. These two are the most important things. So we have to reach it to them. So devotees can come up with very innovative, creative ways by which they can reach to the suffering souls. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, he saw that the hippies are very fond of music. So therefore he went to the park and played, and then they all brought their instruments. Correct, no? And then everybody was playing their, instruments. I will show you one small part of Prabhupada in hippie land. Why it's not opening? Why it's not opening? Huh? Only one video is there. Now open in a different one, huh? Okay. Open with.
Hare Krishna, welcome back to Video for the Day. This is Radheshyamdas speaking to you from ISKCON, Austin, Texas, USA. The following video footage is very dear to me. It shows Prabhupada chanting back in the 60s on Hippie Hill in San Francisco. This is where I first met the devotees. They were just coming from Hippie Hill where they were doing the kirtan. I first met them right there as they was coming off Hippie Hill. Plus the fact that I was also from the hippie movement, and a hippie friend of mine turned me on to this Hare.
He says he was also in the hippie movement at that time. He also used to have a long hair and he used to play guitar and he used to sing also songs. So he saw Vishnunjan Swami there and then he became attracted and then got connected. Now he is a very big guru, this personality. His name is Sankarshan Adhikari Prabhu, and he has more than 50,000 online followers who join his daily course called SSR. Science of Civilization. He's a very big preacher.
Krishna mantra back in 1968. So it's quite nice footage. I'll go ahead and let you see it now. They call it the hippie religion. That's the name of the footage. Thanks for tuning in. Hare Krishna.
He embodied spirituality, and his
What courage
disciples
is he in
wanted
this
it. They
age?
said,
See, his age is 70. At the age of 70, going to a foreign land where he doesn't know anybody, and he already had a couple of heart attacks. It can repeat third time, anytime. It can come. And freezing cold to the winter, and no support. And 1 year he had practically no results also. First 1 year of preaching. Nobody cared for him, nobody bothered about him. After 1 year he went out to park after this, like this. Now he is going in the middle of a park, surrounded by all new people, newcomers, he don't know who they are, hippies, and they are into drinking, smoking, drugs. And this is Prabhupada's boldness.
we want some of that. Whatever it is he's having, I want that. They said, we want some of that. Whatever it is he's having, I want that. So this is the guru.
So many hippies were really in love with Prabhupada and in love with the devotees and considered the Hare Krishna to be the hippie religion at this point.
So in this way, you can see Srila Prabhupada, and this is how boldly, all of you think for a moment, going to, actually right now we all are ISKCON followers because ISKCON is a very stable and very famous and very successful organization now. Huh? Imagine in 1965, ask yourself for a moment, would we have joined hand with Prabhupada? The question mark. Huh? Because at that time it was looking like some new fashion. Huh? Many people were doubtful about it. But now you can see it has become an internationally acclaimed society now. That is Srila Prabhupada, you see. So in this way, exactly adopting the same mood of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda went to the most degraded people. Prabhupada also went to most degraded people in the West. You can see that. And Lord Nityananda tolerated so many things. Prabhupada also tolerated. There was one boy he was staying with. He wrote to all his godbrothers that there is one boy called David, in whose room I am staying. I will make him the first Vaishnava of America, as the Prabhupada said. But one of the days that fellow again went back to drug habit. He came to attack Prabhupada, kill Prabhupada. Prabhupada had to take the trunk and immediately run away from the early morning. 5 o'clock. He went to one flat where Mike and Jan were living. And he battered the door. Early morning they opened the door. And they were actually boyfriend and girlfriend. They had not yet married. They were planning to marry. When they saw Prabhupada, they were shocked. Swamiji, what brings you here early in the morning? And Prabhupada told that fellow went berserk. So when I came out of the room, I didn't know where to turn, whether to turn left or turn right, because I have no other place to go. Therefore, I have come to you. You are one of my students. You are coming for my classes. So I thought I'll go to you and check with you what I should do now. But then Mike felt pity. He said, Swamiji, don't worry, you stay with us here. Very soon we'll fix a place for you. And then they went and searched out the storefront called Matchless Gifts and accommodation for Prabhupada behind. So Howard, Kate, Valley, and this Mike, all of them, they arranged it. In this way, Prabhupada was completely helplessly dependent on the people who came in the early days, in his old age, with no money in the pocket. With so much of... So this is the meaning of missionary spirited preacher, going to a foreign land. There is also a risk of life. Mike said, Swamiji, you walked in the Bowery in the morning, early morning. There are hippies lying with guns in their hand. Phew! Like that if somebody shoots, on the spot you would have died. Prabhupada said, I didn't know it's so dangerous. He was telling, he put his life under risk in a foreign land. So that is Prabhupada's preaching. This is our Prahlad Maharaj, verse, famous verse. Read there, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what he says.
Bhakti Vinod Thakur has written in his Chaitanya Shiksha Mrit, we can understand a Vaishnav very nicely when we see that he has converted so many conditioned souls into Vaishnav life. That is estimation of a Vaishnav. If I simply try for myself, I may be very advanced devotee. That is not very much appreciated by Krishna. So this is another stage, and other stage is a devotee taking all risk, preaching for the benefit of the whole human society.
Yeah. So Goshtanandi means Goshtanandi focused on increasing the number of devotees. That is preferred by Krishna, he says. Krishna himself says, correct, no? What he says? Nasitasman manushyeshu kaschin me priyakritamai. If anybody takes this knowledge of Gita to others, he becomes very, very dear to me. Priyakrit, priyakrittara, priyakrittama. Superlative, he's saying. Yeah. The famous verse. Read this. Kumbh Mela, Prabhupada said this.
Srila Prabhupada said, we are not interested in liberation. We have come to preach devotional service. Being engaged in Krishna's unalloyed devotional service, we are already liberated.
Actually, most people, 99% of the 45 crore people came this time. Where? Mahakumbha. So, Prayagraj. So, why did they come? Because most of them want to take advantage of the Amrita which fell there. Correct, no? Because they want to attain Amritatvam, immortality, moksha. Prabhupada said, we are not going for moksha. We are devotees, we are going for preaching there. That was Prabhupada's mood in Kumbh Mela also. So, of course, to preach Krishna consciousness is not very easy. We have to set an example also. Apane acharya ke na kare prachara. Prachar karen ke na kare na achara. Achara prachara namer karah dui karya. Tumi sarva guru, tumi jagat tera arya. With translation?
Some behave very well, but do not preach the cult of Krishna consciousness, whereas other preach but do not behave properly. You simultaneously perform both duties in relation to the holy name by your personal behavior and by your preaching. Therefore, you are the spiritual master of the entire world, for you are the most advanced devotee in the world.
Like that Sanatana Goswami told Haridas Thakur. Huh? So Haridas Thakur is a very serious practitioner. How many rounds he used to chant every day? 3 lakh names. And then he would also go out singing the holy name in congregation and preaching also. Huh? He was doing both. Therefore, he was glorified like this. So we have to be practicing preachers and preaching practitioners. Huh? Practicing preacher means what? We should not be preacher who himself is breaking the regulative principles, or you should not be a preacher, who doesn't get up in the morning. Huh? He gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning, huh? But he's preaching in the evening. There are people who go for programs till night 11 o'clock, huh? And whole morning program they miss until 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. What kind of preaching is it? It's just cheating. Huh? Because if we don't set example, tomorrow others will not take it seriously. We have to come. Whatever you want others to do, what we should do? We should do first. We should follow first. That's called the practicing preacher. Now some people are very good practitioners. They get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, they chant more rounds also, they read well, they worship the deity, they do pujari service, but they keep quiet. They don't speak much. They as if they adopted monobrat. They don't speak at all. So for such practitioners, what is said? Be a preaching practitioner. You are such a wonderful devotee, but if you preach, you will make more devotees also. Correct, no? Don't be just mum. Speak it to others. Like that is said. So 5 things I have given. First thing is compassion of the Nityananda Prabhu, I told you. Compassion. See, Prabhupada is glistening. Prahlad compassion, I told you. Yeah. Second is urgency. Who told him about urgency? Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur created that urgency. And then Abhay Babu understood, and then he became initiated. Then with that urgency in mind, he went compassionate to America. Correct, no? Prabhupada went to America. And then Prabhupada also took spiritual anxiety. Here you will see here. This is what we sang now. He took spiritual anxiety to give. The Mahaprabhu said, I have abundant mangoes with me, but I don't have enough distributors. I want some of you to come and help me in distributing. Otherwise, some people may get missed out, he said. So in Pune, one brahmachari joined. So his main inspiration was these verses, he said. Because Mahaprabhu has already said he wants people to distribute, therefore I joined full time. He said, because Mahaprabhu is in need of people to distribute this mercy. How many of you feel that in our society we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of culture, a lot of wonderful things to distribute, but we need more distributors? How many of you feel? Correct, no? Isn't it? Abundant is there. You can be one such distributor also. So we need cooperation and team spirit for that. So Prabhupada assembled this kind of many great sannyasis, like Goswamis. They can distribute. Multiple hands coming together. See, while sitting in this Radha Damodar temple, Prabhupada is meditating. He took personal pain to leave that holy abode of Vrindavan. Somebody was telling recently, one boy wrote to me in my YouTube channel. He said that, see, Premanand Maharaj is sitting in Vrindavan, and millions of people are hearing him. Prabhupada had to go out of Vrindavan to preach in those days, but Premanand Baba is just sitting in Vrindavan Dham only and is preaching. So, when I brought this point to one sannyasi, the sannyasi said a very interesting point. He said, Prabhupada was so compassionate, he went and lived in the midst of the villagers in the Western world, the people who are into all kinds of dirty habits. And then he not just gave answers to the questions, he created a culture of wearing dhoti kurta, wearing saris, wearing tilak, chanting Namjap in the bead bag and installing deities and having a very strict Archa Vigraha Puja Aradhana Vidhis. and then giving initiations, and then first initiation, second initiation, and then sending missionaries to London, different nook and corner of the world, and creating the GVC body, creating the bureau, creating a very solid infrastructure, writing thousands of letters to so many disciples, which are all now becoming a valuable record for us to follow now. And then Prabhupada, although he left the planet in 1977, the movement in the last 50 years has grown from 108 centers to 1200 centers now. It has increased. So look at what Prabhupada has done. He is not just giving answers to questions. He is actually creating a legacy, creating a revolution, shaking the whole world. What he has done is not an ordinary thing. And that is his taking personal pain for the welfare of others. See here, Prabhupada is translating here.
Srila Prabhupada himself is the author of all of the books. He has been acclaimed as the world's most distinguished scholar and teacher of Vedic philosophy and culture. While translating each Sanskrit verse, he refers to books of commentary by previous spiritual masters and then gives a thorough explanation of the text.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in this connection description a difference of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ordinary living being. So this is difference of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
He's checking whether it's working.
Living being. Has been described in previous verse. Sadbang Pumana Vida Gunang Sutatbya Navida Sadbhagga Mananta Mire. The purport is that Supreme Lord is important, omniscient. He knows everything. The living being does not know actually what is the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and ordinary living being.
Just see, this is the way Prabhupada has been doing it from early morning, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It's an everyday thing like this. Now, we have the complete Bhagavatam set. When I was in Govardhanaka village for a couple of years, one day Gauranga Prabhu had come to address 20 of us brahmacharis. So he was telling one interesting demo he did. So he told one brahmachari to go and bring all the Sanskrit commentaries of the different acharyas. It's like this much bulky book, like that there are 15 books. This much bulky book, all the acharyas, 20 commentaries of 20 acharyas. So we all have a hard copy. Pune we have one, Bombay they have one. So we have printed it out and kept it. It's all Sanskrit commentaries. So he asked them to bring one of the fourth canto commentary. They brought it. So he told us to choose a verse, and then one devotee chose. And then he told, read the purport. So a couple of acharyas commentary, one devotee read. Most of the devotees were dozing. It was Sanskrit commentary. Almost 15, 20 minutes he read the commentary. And after that he told, close it now. Okay, how many of you understand? He asked. Only one devotee said, Prabhuji, I understand little bit, he said. What do you little understand, tell me. So he tried to say something, and that was also only partially correct. Nobody else understood what it was. Then he told, okay, take out Prabhupada's commentary on the same verse. Then he opened it, read the translation in English, and then purport. How many of you understand? Everybody raised hand. He said, this is Prabhupada's contribution. Everybody applauded after that. He said, all the Acharya's commentaries are in which language? So the world could not access it. But Prabhupada not only took those commentaries and picked up important parts of those commentaries. Whatever is fit for this day and age, you understand, that he put in a purport and gave us. And not only that, now his English Bhagavatam sets are translated into multiple languages. Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam, various languages. So, this is Srila Prabhupada's compassion that he wants the living entities to access Krishna. And he makes Krishna available through his hard labor. That is taking personal pain for the welfare of others. Tyaktva turnamasheshamandalapati Shrenim Tadatuchava Tyaktva turnamasheshamandalapati Shrenim Bhutvadina Ganesha Kaukarunaya Kaupina Kantha Shrito Gopi Bhavarasamritagdilahari Kallolamagnav muhu Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyuga Sri Deva Gopalaka See, these 6 Goswamis, especially Rup Sanatan, they kicked off all the aristocracy, correct, no? For dedicating their lives. You can see they had a boatload of gold coins. Can you imagine? If you have one mushti of gold coins, your one life you can take care. For whole life, that's enough. And they had how much? One boat full of not currency notes. What they had? Gold coins. But they kicked off such aristocracy. Even today, you go to Ramkeli in Bengal, you can see the 2 palaces, Rup Sanatan Palace. Even today, it's there. Some ruins are there. So they were given each one palace. They were given posts of finance minister and home minister. They were in ministerial post, big fat salary, and boatload of gold coins. All that position and power and everything, they gave it up. He came to Vrindavan wearing just a kaupin and gamsha, and sitting like this, studying the Shastras and propagating it and summarizing all the scriptures. So this is also dedication. Today we are enjoying nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, all that because of that. So read the question.
Are we truly pushing our limits in Krishna service? Or we have made a safe spiritual routine within our comfort zone, just enough to feel good, but not enough to deeply please Krishna?
Are we just doing basic sadhana, 16 rounds chanting, or are we trying to make some sacrifice? Prabhupada did so much. Have we become comfortable consumers of Prabhupada's sacrifice? Are we just admiring Prabhupada, or we are trying to do something also for Prabhupada, correct, no? Or will we become co-servants in his mission? So nobody can say, I am not a preacher, because somebody can share prasad, somebody can distribute books, somebody can support in youth preaching, somebody can help financially, somebody can counsel new people. In this way, everybody can do something. See, some kids can play kartal or mridang, Mataji is singing, husband playing harmonium. Your home can become a preaching place. For nobody can say, I am not good at giving class, I am a simple grihastha. No, preaching is not just sitting in the asasana and giving lecture. Preaching is actually how you transform the hearts of people to become devotees. Correct, no? Preaching actually means, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, giving faith in holy name, or giving faith in Krishna. That's preaching. You don't have to sit in the asasana and give. This family, all are devotees. They can make many devotees by their example. See, the comfort zone is a spiritual danger zone. Read that.
The comfort zone says, I am doing enough. It whispers, others will do the preaching. It distracts with, let me settle first, later I will do more. But Bhagavad Gita tells us, whatever a great man does, others follow. Dear devotees, if those already chanting 16 rounds and following 4 ranks don't rise up and preach, who will?
If we don't preach, then who will preach? Correct, no?
Our spiritual advancement is tested by how eager we are to give Krishna to others.
Yeah. Look at this fellow. What is he eating? Popcorn? Huh? Okay. What is he having in the hand? Right hand? I think TV remote, I think, yeah. So one can be lazy like a couch potato, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. So we can do so many ways we can serve. Huh? Everybody can serve. Yeah, Prabhupada said, organize, preach, save the world. Huh? That was Prabhupada. So I want to show you another one. See here how Prabhupada showed dedication. I have written some things. Read the yellow one heading.
Uncompromising conviction, Drana Vrata.
Prabhupada's conviction, unshakable faith in scriptures and Guru's order. Second one, B.
Unimaginable austerity, Tapasya.
Which I told you. What Tapasya I did. Third.
Boundless compassion, Daya.
Yeah. Just like how he showed compassion to the hippies, correct, no? Most degraded people, yeah. Fourth D.
Unbreakable optimism and dependence on Krishna, Asha.
Actually, when Prabhupada was boarding Jaladuta, before that he was packing his luggage. Suddenly a fear entered his heart. I can't speak English so well. Will they understand my language? And I'm going to a foreign land. I don't know anybody there. And then he looked at his trunk. Then he said, oh, in the trunk, what is there inside? Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is going to America, so I can also go with Bhagavatam, he said. So Bhagavatam will change the hearts of people. I can't change, like that he said. So that is the consciousness in which Prabhupada went to America. He had optimism that Bhagavatam is powerful. Holy name is powerful. Although I am not powerful, I am insignificant. So he had that asha, great hope that something wonderful will happen by Guru's grace, Krishna's grace. So these are 4 Sanskrit words I used. Dridhavrata, determination, unshakable faith, and tapasya, which Prabhupada did, and daya, compassion, and asha. Compassion for suffering souls, and tapasya for oneself, and then dridhavrataha is the heart conviction, and then asha is in Krishna, correct now? Yeah. Now here what I have shown here, when you talk about dedication, see the headings you read, only the headings you read. A.
Dedication in sadhana, the inner engine.
Then there is dedication in
study, the intellectual armor.
And then see.
Dedication in service, the outer expression. Dedication in lifestyle, the walking advertisement.
Yeah, the walking. Yeah, the walking. So there are 4 types of dedication you can show, okay? So let us see the first dedication, inner engine. Go to that.
Beyond the routine, it is not just getting through 16 rounds. It is about praying for the quality, fighting distractions, and genuinely seeking to connect with the holy name.
Yeah. See, to the degree the morning sadhana happens well, chanting, you could call out the holy name very powerfully. You could take shelter of Krishna. You were attentive. You absorbed yourself nicely. Then that is like a foundation of the building, a root of the tree. Very powerful. Then?
Question for reflection. Is my japa a box to check, or is it the fuel for my service?
Yeah. Box to check means tick mark. I finished standing before 10 o'clock or whatever. Or it's a fuel for my service. Correct now? Second one, that is about sadhana, japa. Second?
Dedication in study. Beyond hearing, it is about systematic study, reading Prabhupada's books with a desire to understand, assimilate, and be able to explain the philosophy to others. Practical tip. Challenge yourself. Start a study group on the nectar of devotion or Chaitanya Charitamrita. Don't just be a consumer of knowledge. Be a student of the science.
That means ask questions, participate, learn, assimilate, relish, and repeat. Be such a student. So not only you need dedication in sadhana, we also need dedication in study also, to assimilate Prabhupada books. Third one, dedication.
Dedication in service. Finding your niche. The mission needs all kinds of talents. The preacher, book distribution, Harinam, speaking. The organizer, festival planning, hospitality, accounting. The artist, music, cooking, writing, digital media, design. The educator, teaching children, leading study groups. Key shift. Move from what can I get to what can I give and where am I needed?
You understand, no? So this is the question we have to ask. Generally people ask, When I come to the temple, what can I get? Where is prasad? Where can I take rest after prasad? Instead of asking only those questions, you can ask, Prabhuji, where should I go and do seva? Please send me for some service. Where am I needed? What can I give? Instead of grabbing, one should be in a giving mode. So this is all about seva. Do whatever service naturally comes for you, you are happy. But most importantly, Prabhupada wanted book distribution. In America, this culture is very, very strong. People do very, very vigorous. You see, I am going to 15 places in America. In these places, I have put one leader from India who is youth preacher connected there. I will just show you what recently Andadi Prabhu, on behalf of Pune, we have sent him to this thing, what do you call it, Cincinnati. He did very wonderful. How he started. If I show you some photos, you'll be very inspired. Oh, sorry, it will be in the Cincinnati. If you are little sincere, how many people are waiting, you will see. Andadipu just stayed there 20 days only, he stayed there. In 20 days, what wonderful thing he has done, you will see. See, I am just introducing him here. I just introduced Andadi Prabhu to that Cincinnati center. This is a place as well as Raghunath Maharaj began preaching in America in his days, 1973 to 78. That's why I sent Andadi Prabhu there. So then he is introduced, then they welcomed him, and they had some communication. And here he is there, he is reaching. As soon as he reached the first day, reached there. Now he put immediately book table, you will see here. Put a book table here. He's distributing books. Then they arranged the program inside the college. Some are American, some are Indian. So, and then after that he put this thing, talk with a monk on exploring life's spiritual dimension. So they had a couple of programs like this. And then, then he arranged, see he has arranged the book table now again. Put a book table. Then he arranged a DYS program in the college. He said these are the cream boys. From what he has been doing, the cream students. About 20-25 students he has got now. These are all very like sages, sober and inquisitive. They can sit through for hours and hours, he said. They are very enthusiastic. So he was introduced by one Grahastha devotee speaking.
The soul is there, the mind is there. It's the practical reality for all of us. That when we chant.
So I'll show you further. And after that, he started DYS already. He has finished many sessions there. Then they arranged Ganesh Chaturthi. So then they after this, he takes them for, I think this is a same festival, I think. This is Ganesh Chaturthi. They had one festival, he spoke in the college also. And then he went here. Now subsequently, after all these things, now they have got many more classes they did. All this is in just 20-25 days. See, they are doing chanting now, you saw, no? They are doing chanting. And here you see, he got the names. He knows everybody by name now, all the people. put the names. He's following up these people now. He's having almost daily reading, book reading with these people. Now he started daily book reading now. SSR, I think. Huh? Doing. Some are Indian boys, some are from America. Now he did a youth camp he did. Girls separate program now. Now girls group is separated now. Girls are having their own teacher, mentor, they're doing program amongst themselves. I think. They have their program. Then you see this one, this is outdoor retreat. Huh? You can see there are foreign boys, you see that? Many American boys came for this, see here.
It can also help us to see the emotion. See, when we talk about the person,
all long flowing hair, you don't know who is boy, who is girl, you don't know. All have long hair.
but do you feel a person will have a head? Yeah. How many feel?
See, actually, both are boys actually. Yeah. So this is the group now. This is a serious group, he's saying. The cream group now. Half of them Western bodied, half of them Indian bodied. All this he did in just 20-25 days. One after the programs. Now the boys are very grateful to him. They are welcome. Actually, they were not knowing how big devotee Andhadi Prabhu is. That Prabhuji called me and told me, Radheshyam, let him stay here only. We will settle him in Cincinnati only. I said he has a lot of work to do in India. He's supposed to be, we call him as a YP, Youth Preaching Expert Advisor. So we have made 15 places in America, 15 YPs we have made like this. So he is for Cincinnati. So like I think they are chanting here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Why I am showing all this to you? Anywhere a sincere preacher goes to any place, faithfully they follow in footsteps of Prabhupada, what Prabhupada model, Prabhupada has taught, it's possible. We can propagate Krishna consciousness. Now they all are, they are chanting and they're dancing, they're taking prasad. See, now they all have time. So you have to just, be around with these people. They picked up, many of them have picked up 4 rounds, 5 rounds and all now. And then have started chanting regularly now. So, in this way, the dedication in service means actually reaching out Krishna consciousness, whatever way you can. Then dedication in lifestyle. Read that.
Our character is our credibility. Dedication means upholding the 4 regs, not as restrictive rules, but as protective gear that makes us effective instruments.
Yeah, just like a protective gear will be a good instrument. Similarly, if you follow the 4 regs well, that discipline gives you a lot of energy to do. Breaking 4 regs renders us weak. Yes. And then?
It means being honest, humble and clean in our dealings with others, representing Guru and Gaurang with dignity.
Yeah. So 4 type of dedication we saw. Dedication in sadhana. The inner engine. In a car, what is the most important thing? Imagine there's a beautiful car standing where there is no engine. What's the use? It's only for showcase. You can't take the car anywhere. Engine is a very vital aspect. So morning sadhana is actually the inner engine. And then sadhana generally means artis and chanting, japa. And then the swadhyaya is separately mentioned, dedication in study. It's an intellectual armor. Otherwise you won't be able to answer the questions people ask you. People can. Like today when I was coming in the car, one devotee asked me, Prabhuji, you were telling Balramji, Lakshman and all are never put to illusion. Correct, no? They are always happy. But why is it that in Brahma Vimohan Leela, even Balram got illusioned? Balram could not understand that all the expansions are Krishna's expansions. How many of you saw that, correct? So the devotee asked me a question. See, fortunately, I had studied in Vishwanath Thakur's commentary in Brahma Mohan Leela. He says, there is one verse by Srila Rupa Goswami where he says, Divya Sargadi Kartratvam Brahma Rudradi Mohanam Bhakta Prarabdha Vidvamsam. Like that, Krishna's glory is sung. Divya Sargadi Kartratvam. Krishna is not only creator of material existence but also of spiritual planets. Divya Sarga. He creates spiritual worlds also. And then he is saying, Brahma Rudra Adi Mohanam. He bewildered Brahma and Rudra, not only them, but Adi means Balaram also, he says. Then why Balaram was bewildered? The answer is given by Chakravarti Thakur. 1 week before Brahma Mohan Leela ended, at that time Balaram was seeing the cows from the top of the Govardhan were running down to give milk to the bigger calves. Bigger calves don't need milk, they need grass. But they were giving milk to the bigger calves. Seeing that, the cowherd man angrily took the stick and came running behind. But they forgot their anger. They were catching their sons and smelling their heads. At that time Balram saw and said, Hey, Kana, come here. Kya karke rakha tumne? Kya dekho? Ye kya? Aise adbhut upad chal raha hai. This is like too much affection. Why the fathers are becoming so affectionate to their children today? And why the cows are showing affection to bigger children, not to the smaller ones? I think you have done something Mayabhi thing. Tell me, it cannot be Mohini Maya, because Mohini Maya easily I can detect. Tell me what is the matter. Then Krishna smiled. Krishna said, Bhaiya, this is what happened to Brahma Mohan Leela. In next 1 week, Brahma will come back. Then I will get all the cowherd boys out. Till then I have expanded myself as all the forms, he said. And there Vishwanath Thakur is writing, why did Krishna put Balaram in illusion? Because if Balaram comes to know 1 year before that, all his friends are hidden in the cave, he will feel separation from them. Therefore Krishna did not allow him to know. Now that only 1 week was left, he released the truth. Because in 1 week Balaram is going to meet them. Correct, no? So, when you study the Shastra, you will be able to answer some of the most challenging questions people will ask you. Not only to answer them, for your own conviction also. Correct, no? So, we have to study, understand, assimilate. Dedication in studying. So, dedication to sadhana, dedication in studying, dedication in seva. So, that's why the dedication, sadhana and study is called as Janma Sarthaka Kori. Correct, no? And then dedication in service is Karo Paropakar. Then you can do good to the world. Okay, let us give an example. My spiritual master once told a story. He said one man was sowing a seed and it germinated and a sapling came out, like a mango sapling. Sapling means a small plant came out. So one old lady came and, she wanted to pluck some leaves. He said, hey, don't pluck, he said. Goat came. He said, hey, don't eat, he said. One woodcutter came with a kuladi. He said, hey, don't cut, he told them. So they all went away. Years later, he called all of them and said, hey, woodcutter, you wanted some firewood? Okay, now you cut if you want. Take some branches. And old lady, you want to pluck some leaves? Now you can pluck. And he told the goat, now you can eat as much as you want. Because by that time, the tree has grown big. So initially, the plant takes in, doesn't give anything. But after it grows into a tree, it keeps on giving out. Similarly, all of you also, when you were babies, what were you doing? When you were small kids? Taking in. Mother was giving milk. She was bathing you, dressing you, decorating you. Everything you were taking in. Now, once you grow up to 20, 25, you stand on your leg, you give out. Correct, no? Similarly, in bhakti also, when you come in the beginning, you have to take in enough so that the roots are developed for you. Roots of the tree. Once the roots are firmly developed, then what you should do? Give out fruits, flowers, shade, firewood, everything we can give out. One devotee told my Guru Maharaj that, Maharaj, we are all like your children. He said, Maharaj said, that is very good, but you should grow up. He said, don't remain children. Grow up and take some responsibility. Once Prabhupada asked, how many Haribols these guys will be telling? Do something. He said, so you should take responsibility. Go out. distribute books or preach or expand the movement. That is dedication in service. Instead of asking what can I get, we should ask what can I give, where am I needed to serve. And another very important thing is dedication in walk your talk, lifestyle. You know, how you deal with seniors, equals, juniors. Are you cooperative? Are you quarrelsome? Are you humble or are you arrogant? Are you a good team player? Are you, having weakness of interpersonal dealings? Are you transparent and honest in money dealings? Or are you doing some golmaal? Correct, no? So that is lifestyle. It's all about our character and credibility. How clean are we in our dealings, honesty, humility, and all that. So 4 types of dedication are explained here. Correct, no? So I can take some questions. I had another PPT which I can put in it's called Spirit of Dedication and Practical Benefits. I will put it in Nimanand Prabhu's Spirit of Dedication. This is a homework for you. So I will, so you can go through that yourself. And I can put these notes also, I think. Highlighted. Which I showed you now. I can put the other PPT also which I showed you. What was that? Coming out of comfort zone, engaging in missionary activities. Okay. I think that was good also, no? First session. This is the one. I can put that also. So these things you all can see at your own leisure, okay? And here it has gone here. Okay, we put it here. Nimanand Prabhu, is it? You can send it to the devotees. Okay. Now I can take some questions for a few minutes. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for this wonderful class. Prabhuji, almost 3 days back in the morning, in the Japa talk, there was a quote of Srila Prabhupada where Srila Prabhupada was mentioning that now he was mentioning on the point that everyone should go out on Sankirtan at least 1 hour every day.
Correct.
Even though you have every other kind of business.
I have got about 6 quotes like that. And then you should also complete your chanting, like he says. So Prabhupada gives chanting japa second priority. First priority going out 1 hour, he says. And actually 1 hour is less. Prabhupada's times, people would take the morning prasad in temple. By 9:30, they would finish everything and leave. They'll come back by about 5:30. Evening, almost 7 hours they would go. And then evening, I heard that the lunch would go to them wherever they are. And then evening very light, they would take some murmura and milk like that. Evening was practically nothing. Lunch was heavy, morning was good like that. So devotees would wash hands, legs, or take bath and attend the Tulsi Arti, Narsingarti and Gaurarti and Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita evening. And then take hot milk and then here reading of Krishna book and go to bed. This was the style in those days. Then later what happened in India, when preaching started in India, most congregation wanted programs in the evening. Then brahmacharis wanted to prepare for the lectures, correct, in the temples. See, that's what I was telling Prabhu yesterday. In those days, it was a creation mode. Between 1965 to 77. Creating devotees and then filling up the temples with devotees. Then later on, the maintenance mode became prominent after Prabhupada left the world. So in maintenance, what happens? You go to new places, you need to speak only basic philosophy. See, you are going to a new group of boys. You don't need to know much. Right now? But if you have to deal with the same congregation week after week for 20 years, can you say the same old thing? Correct, no? See, even now also I keep preparing PPTs. I have already spent 30 years. But I can't use my very old PPTs, correct, no? Now I am making more new. Because I have to keep all of you enthusiastic also, correct, no? I showed you some video in between, so nobody will go to sleep. Correct? Isn't it? So, as you give preaching to the same people, in any community if you are living, the same people if you have to preach, you have to deepen your knowledge also. Then devotees needed time to study, devotees needed time to prepare for the classes, then devotees wanted to have their own brahmachari classes also. Then in temple also, when temple installation of the deities is done, a lot of temple services come also for the people. Another one big thing that swallows devotees' time is the counseling. Counseling on phone, counseling. Takes a lot of energy time. So in the early days, there was hardly any counseling because go, break through, bring new people. And then distribute books. Distributing books was the most important thing, and seeing that some people joined also. But the care and counseling aspect wasn't taking so much time. So now devotees, what happened? After the morning program is over, devotees have some 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours personal time. Then they have their brahmachari class. Now the Shastic study courses Prabhupada wanted. Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, all those things. Now devotees are studying. That takes time also. Prabhupada said, if anybody is sitting in the temple, all from morning to evening, instead of Harinam Sankirtan outside, he said to make it like a school, Prabhupada said. School, they have periods, no? After every 40 minutes, clang, bell rings. Prabhupada said, first period NOI, second period NOD, like that, Prabhupada. In temple, how many devotees are ready for that? Think about it, isn't it? Yeah. So Prabhupada wanted to make sure that if somebody is staying indoor, they should be studying, learning, preparing. And when they are going outdoor, they should be giving out. Right, no? So things changed quite a bit in our society over a period of time. Yeah. Some people are still doing it. There are some devotees who are still, in America, for example, some devotees, morning they finish their prasad, 9:30, 10 o'clock they leave with the van. They come back in the evening only. Still there are people doing that, the old style. And they may not be so deeply learned in Shastra, but their convictions are very great. Because Prabhupada said, distribute books, they will do it. Correct, no? Yeah. Yes, Prabhupada. That's why we are trying to go at least half an hour, correct, no? Daily. Prabhupada saying 1 hour, at least I should go half an hour. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, how to be always motivated in spiritual life? It was spoken a few days ago. So there is a point that devotees commit offenses toward devotees and they just leave. But sometimes they also have done very good services or they have done very much, do very good book distribution. But due to some other offensive tendency, they just left the movement. So how can we bring them back into our movement and engage into devotional services?
Offenses must have started because of some wrong perception about other devotees and quarrel with devotees. Correct, no? So if somebody has gone away, best thing is to meet them one-on-one. Go to their home, go to their room with some prasad. Tell them that I've just come to meet you, Prabhu. I just came to give you prasadam. Nobody will deny prasad. And then tell him how is everything. I don't want to dig the old stories and all. I've just come to talk to you as a friend. I'm interested to see you safe and protected in Krishna consciousness. You have to go back to Godhead in this very life. Because you have been a very dear devotee, you have done so much service. Then he will start bringing out the poison. That devotee did this, therefore they say I offended, but actually that's what he... You can say, Prabhu, those are, let them be there. That is between you and him, not with me. I am not your enemy. So you don't have to connect with that devotee. We can connect. You come to my house. Let's go to temple together. That devotee, he will say, no, as long as that devotee is coming to temple, I will not come. Some people say like that. Okay, don't come to this temple in this city, but you go to another temple. Another ISKCON temple is in the same city. So somehow or other we can try to bring them back if we have some connection with them as a friend. Correct, no?
Yes.
Also, they need education also to rise above offensive mentality. They need some regular ongoing education. Okay?
And you also mentioned a thing that going to pick mangoes with a torn back, that we have already existing devotees, but lack of taking care of them, they are just feeling that they are no longer important to us. So how can we give them feel important that no, you are also important to us? And
actually, more than our telling that you are important to us, you give them some seva, which if they do, they will get some applauses, appreciation, and they feel that we are not neglected. Correct, no? Actually, some boys, if you don't give them engagement, they go away. They need some seva. Everybody requires some service. Correct, no? Any other question? Yeah, yes.
Hare Krishna. So, thank you so much, Puji, for such a wonderful class. Puji, like one of your talk, I heard that until unless we don't clear our all equations with all the living entities, one cannot go back to God.
Correct.
And
therefore, we don't cross other living entities. If we have already had a clash with somebody, we can say sorry to them. Probably in those days I was immature. I said I did something. I'm sorry. Now I want to forget that old story. Huh? So if I offended you in any way, please forgive me. And the story ends there with that.
One question in this project, but generally, like when devotees have places, and just now you mentioned that go to the temple and all these things. So this is like alternate way, but it will not solve that problem because he has that thing with that particular personality, and now he's
no. Actually, we have to elevate his consciousness. Like let me tell you an example. You know this Nelson Mandela. He was there in jail for 27 years. Nelson Mandela. And the people who put him in jail, what they did was wrong thing. Actually, he was actually working for the blacks, working. But they thought that because he's a very vigorous supporter of the blacks, they thought if we put him inside, the blacks can be handicapped. That was their idea. So by some hook or crook, they put him inside. So when he came out, those guys were still there. But he had given up all vengeance towards them. Correct, no? Somebody asked him, sir, when you are coming out now after 27 years, will you get even on them and get back on them? He said, no. I don't want to waste my time cancelling my energy with those people, fighting with them. I am looking at my road ahead. Whatever good I have to do, I have done, he was telling. So that means if you elevate the consciousness of people, then the quarrelsome mentality will go away. Actually, like somebody says, he didn't respect me, so I am angry. But after elevating consciousness, you will say, I am so fallen. I don't expect any respect from anybody. Anina. And then he will be able to connect with them. So I think we have to work on the consciousness level of the people by Shravanam and Kirtanam. Correct, no? You all have to take prasad. It's 2 o'clock now. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki.